Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Laufen. For those that do not know me, I'm Antonio Linares, Senior Managing Director, Laufen, and I am glad to have you here today to start this press conference. We have been and we have seen years of growth, of accelerated growth, of a strange growth, I would even say, because the growth has come in unprecedented conditions, in conditions that have been quite strange. Now the question is if we are moving from a paradigm of growth into a paradigm of value. If the sustainable growth and what we understood as sustainable growth needs to be a different kind of growth. Our growth as Laufen and the evolution of our growth will continue to be into the areas where we have a strong tradition, but we also move into the areas that the public, the end users are requiring. This is more services, this is behind the wall, this is smart and connectivity, and in the end this is about making the spaces of relaxation and of calm that in a world that is so troubled, we need more and more. We need places where to take a minute and to think the best of the days ahead. Yeah? So yes, the success of the last years and the very robust growth, I'm sure that will continue. But I'm also sure that we will need to think of ways of making this different. There are different materials, there are different challenges that we need to face as a society, and Laufen as an open brand will continue to establish spaces of dialogue to define these new vectors of growth, to define these new bathroom definition, these new bathroom products. So we welcome you to enjoy the trip with us, to enjoy the ride with us, and we hope that you will like what we are proposing to you. And of course, we invite you to ask to our team and to visit the booth and to spend time with us today and during the days of the fair. I want to also remind that the spaces of dialogue and that Laufen as a space of dialogue is only possible when we bring value to the end user and we continue to bring value to the construction of the brand. We define ourselves as an open brand, and this means that we need to hear to each and everyone, and we need to establish digital as a new, very important channel of communication, but without forgetting also the direct personal touch with everyone. Yeah? So that's why we believe that still there will be places for physical contact, but we need to enhance those spaces with the possibilities that digital offers us today to receive feedback and to understand better what are the important features that people are expecting from us. With this, I want to thank you all again for coming, and I give the floor to Roger Fuhrer, our Marketing Director, Laufen. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you, Antonio. Grüezi miteinander. Herzlich willkommen bei Laufen. Herzlich willkommen auf der ISH 2023. Yes, we are a Swiss brand. I think you all know it, and I hope you can see how we present ourselves here. I have the great honor to have two designers with me today, which we are collaborating as a brand since 20 years. I think that's simply amazing, and I think it's really outstanding to have me here with new collections, new additions to one collection which is on the market since 20 years. First, I would like to start with Peter Wirtz. Please, Peter, join me. So Peter is a Swiss, as I am Swiss, as Laufen is Swiss. He has a very successful design studio, which is called Vetica, with his headquarters in Lucerne. Lucerne, beautiful lake, beautiful mountains, Swiss at its best. It's where he has taken also his inspiration for this new collection we're going to talk about now. Peter, you have worked for Laufen over the last 20 years. Successful design classics like the Laufen Pro collection or all our shower toilet solutions were designed by you and your studio Vetica. Now, Laufen asked you to develop another bathroom collection, the Meda. What was the briefing and the challenge for this new bathroom collection called Meda? Can you briefly explain Meda to us?
Yes. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Well, welcome to Laufen. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about Meda. Meda means in Swiss German, more here. Huh? And when Meda came abroad, we wanted to, establish nothing less, nothing more than just a bathroom collection for everyone, for every market and for every occasion. So this was actually the initial idea. And we made some survey, not about, how beautiful we could actually design it, but how practical it could be. And if you later on may have the opportunity to see the Meda collection in reality, you will see that we have put in some features which we figured out, through our survey, that people who have children especially, they actually hate, the mess, in the bathroom. So what we needed to do is actually trying to figure out storage, how to clean, easy and reliable kind of materials and conceptions. So this is Meda, and we wanted to, after the Laufen Pro collection, which is now more or less 17 years on the market, still running fast and strong, but we wanted to, give one extra collection to that success, and that's Meda.
When you take on a task like this new Meda line, how do you start and what parameters are crucial to designing a successful product?
Yeah, sometimes you have this great idea, a designer knows everything. No, that's not true. We can give, first, kind of spots, but we need so many people, to make a product and the design and the collection later on successful. And this basically, was the idea to first have this deep insight, for making another collection of something which we felt, is this really needed? So we tried to figure out, what is really the essentials which we actually have to face here. So we are designers, yes. And Stefano will then talk about his great designs, in terms of Alessi. But we tried, to do a butter and bread project, which can be actually used for everyone. And also on a good price point, and also with a complete range, which actually is perfectly adjusted to each other.
A collection like Meda should appeal to many people and is in use for many years. Can you explain to us how you create a design for a premium brand like Laufen, that is long-lasting, acceptable to the majority, that doesn't polarize, but is still perceived as unique?
Yeah, I think we as designers become more and more kind of a strong responsibility in terms of what we are doing, in terms of using materials carefully, choosing, also the possibility to, get the whole recycling and everything back, in our work. And what is also important is that after all these years, we tried, to really go all the way down, to see, what's the functionality, what's the really need of the customers, how we can do that. And as Antonio said, Laufen is on the path, which we also dispute, is actually a construction of 3 fairs, which we have already seen in other fairs. So we try to, to reuse all that. And that's actually a very nice kind of approach, that we don't need to do everything again from scratch. We need to go down to the essentials and see, how responsible we can be through our work, and designers can actually do a lot of that.
As a designer, you stand in the long tradition of Swiss design. I said it at the beginning. What exactly distinguishes Swiss design, and how does it make Swiss design unique?
Well, I give you an example. It's now 7 years ago when Alberto at the time and Mark, we sit together and said, okay, we will start now the shower toilet business. Laufen, wants to make a point there. And later on you may have to see, our shower toilet collection. During that period of time, all the Asians and everyone, had shower toilets, with thousands of functions. And I said, for what? That's the most easiest business, which we all go to. Why do make it so complicated? So we need one touch point, and this needs to be totally hygienic. And total hygienic means, that we have a simple, understandable product which doesn't look like a machine. And this kind of attribute we try, to do always in our work. And that's partly when you ask about Swiss design, is really downsize it to the details. What details really matters and make them perfect. That's it.
Wonderful. Let's look into the future. Can you give us a brief outlook? What are your personal expectations for the bathroom of tomorrow?
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 63 years old, and I have 2 more years until retirement. But I talked to Antonio, and maybe he will let me know 2 more other years. I don't know yet. But the thing is, and honestly speaking, designers never turn old. Stefano will then show that. He will prove it. You actually are. I'm interested in artificial intelligence, so that's now the new thing, because I don't know if designers are really needed in the future, because it's so much fun to use it. So all this kind of new influences, is a great opportunity, and this keeps me young. And if Laufen still needs me, I'm here, to contribute, to this great company.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Peter. Peter Wirtz. I ask Stefano Giovannoni on stage, please. Stefano Giovannoni, I don't think I need to introduce a lot. The master of Italian design, which was, as I said, also one of our longest collaborators, which is fantastic. It's like being in a huge family and growing older together, not old, but older, wiser. And I think it's also what happened to the collection of Il Bagno Alessi. Stefano, as far as I know, almost no other bathroom collection on the market has such a long life as Il Bagno Alessi. What is so special about this collection that it survives all fashions and is successful for over 20 years?
Yes, of course, when a product stands on the market for 20 years and is still successful, it means the concept where the product comes from, it's a very strong concept. What I did in the beginning, when I saw when I had to design the ceramic for the bathroom, especially, for example, the WC and the bidet, immediately came to my mind the image of a white stone, so a white stone polished by water. So while all the products on the market are made of a bowl which has a particular shape, a connection of the bowl to the wall and to the ground, I did something completely different. I took a stone and I put the stone against the wall. And from this concept came out the WC, which was the first product I designed for the collection. The bidet came out from the same shape, cutting the WC in a section, which create a perfect elliptical shape. The WC is like a stone which is not flat on top. It's really a three-dimensional shape where the top is in perfect continuity with the body. And immediately later, I designed the tam-tam, the wash basin. When I presented the wash basin to LAUFEN technician, I was really worried that they didn't accept my idea because there was no wash basin on the market made in one piece. I mean a freestanding wash basin. It was absolutely the first. And I expected that technicians refuse, no, it's not possible. But they accept the challenge, and after a few months, they came to me with a prototype, which was really something innovative and something, this big piece of ceramic. I remember when I went to Laufen and I saw it, was something really emotional. And I was sure of the impact of the product on the collection. Today, it's a standard typology, but consider that in that year, 20 years ago, nobody tried to do something like that. And also the tam-tam was a milestone in the history of the bathroom, I think, today. Il Bagno Alessi has many companies try to create something similar, but I think the concept was so strong and so unique that today, while the market is saturated of products which are very similar one to the other, I think this collection is really unique. And the identity of a product today is very important. It's the main issue to create something that is really different from the other.
So you just said 20 years ago, in 2002, you already had a special material for the design of Il Bagno Alessi.
Yeah.
You just said about the tam-tam, it was a fine fire clay. Today, with the sapphire ceramic, again, a game-changing material. What new possibilities did this give you for the design of a collection? What challenges did you face?
Yes, of course, certain products, for example, the WC and the bidet remain the same. But it's very important that design keep the innovation from new technology. And Laufen is a master in this sense, creating a material which allows the designer to create something really different. Because while the standard ceramic has a surface of a double wall with 3 centimeter thickness, the sapphire ceramic allow the designer to create a very light wall, 1 centimeter thickness. So I designed some iconic product, like for example, the tuna wash basin, with this new material, and it creates a new product which is more elegant, more light, and you can see here the difference with the old tuna and the new tuna. We are very proud to achieve a new product, very, very interesting and elegant.
So Il Bagno Alessi also includes new furniture. What makes them stand out? How important is bathroom furniture for interior design today?
Yes, it's not only furniture, which is completely, also in this case, it's a simple furniture, but different from all the other, because I designed this furniture for my house. And after, when I proposed the first idea to Laufen, they say, oh, this is already on the market. Oh, but I have in my house something different. So I proposed that and said, oh, great. And I think this simple way to conceive also the furniture, create something which is very innovative. And not only the furniture, but we create a complete different environment around the wash basin. One element is the frame, which is a system for illuminating the bathroom in different way. It's something also in this case very innovative. Nobody did something like that before, and you can have a system of light where you can illuminate your face, you can illuminate the wall environment. So it's a multiple, you have multiple possibility to create different environment which change during the day. And also the material was a very important point, because we create a completely new material. The traditional Il Bagno Alessi has been the white polished. We create also matte color, not only the white, but the coffee, the black, and I think this color of the ceramic combined with the color of furniture and top. Also for furniture, we adopted new kind of painting and new kind of top from laminam. Today, the technology has gone on providing to a designer some very interesting new possibility. So with this new material, we can offer to the architects many new possibility to create bathroom with a very strong identity.
Thank you very much, Stefano. Very short statement. What is your vision of the bathroom of tomorrow?
I think the bathroom, on one side, will go on with the research of material and innovation. And on the other side, so technology will be very important on this side. And on the other side, I think nature is an important reference, because what we see in nature, for example, the shower that it's something like a fall of water which come on your body, or the light, like the light that sophisticated system of light which create a different environment. Material which are inspired to a certain environment of nature, color and so on. I think on these two sides, innovation and also the sophisticated environment inspired to nature, because technology and nature are the opposite side of the same possibility for the designer to create innovative stories.
Fantastico. Thank you very much, Stefano Giovannoni.
Questions from the audience? Any questions to any of the guest speakers? Then let me just thank you for having come here. Let me remind you that we have an event track where you can see at work the safe urine separation toilet in a very, very interesting interior and solution with the technology that has been developed by the University of Ghent, and that makes this an actual technology that can be applied in projects, and that is already in several projects through Europe. Let me also remind you to enjoy the Laufen digital experience and to get to know more and more in detail through laufen.com and the digital booth, ISH booth, that we have created there for enjoying and playing in a different dimension of the world that becomes more and more important. And last but not least, if any of you got a little bit thirsty after this press conference, we invite you to come to the first floor and enjoy some coffees or drinks. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the day.